Real Hebrew Israelites come to you week in and week out. Give us a second to check sound and video.
1 2 1 2.
And get the other brothers' channels up. Let me know when you all are live. I see you live right in the top. No, do your thing. You good, Pop?
Yeah, I'm good.
Rob, you good?
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Mine's good.
You good, Pops? Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're good to go.
That's on my recording. You don't want? Are you getting yours?
Yeah, just go on here, because I'm just typing in the title.
Okay, so you're getting a little bit behind. Okay, cool. Go ahead.
Hey, Shalom, Shalom. We have the brothers of the Great Millstone branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, all honor and glory to the
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rikakwadash.
double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elders, bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. The 144,000 and the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird among the heathen, that look like the heathen. And to those few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you we say Shalom. All right, we're just going to jump right into this thing. That the skirt continues to rise. It is just being exposed daily. Daily. And it's somebody get 2 Thessalonians 2. Read verses 1 through 7. And then we're going to play about 2.5 minutes of this video and give some commentary.
Can you get
What you want?
The scripture of the title?
Absolutely.
This is Isaiah 47:2. Take the millstones and grind them. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Right? It's been the Lord said He's going to expose Esau. He's going to make you bare. When you bare it, you expose. You're in the open. You can't hide the pudenda. You can't hide the secret parts. And now the Lord is revealing all your secret shit, your underhanded shit, right? Your closet deals, your behind the scene deals, your say one thing openly in front of everybody, but the narrative behind the scenes is against what is you're saying and prescribing openly. Lord is exposing all your shit.
You want that 2 Thessalonians?
Probably shall.
Start that. What verse?
Quran got it.
Okay. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 1. It says, "Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as the day of Yahushua is at hand. But let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God."
Pause for a second. So the falling away was the Israelites losing their heritage.
Yeah.
Right. And then the man of sin being revealed. All right. Sitting in the temple of God, basically making himself God. That's this Renaissance when they began to whitewash, even though the word white wasn't even created yet, but they began to whitewash history and whitewash the images of the saints and say that they were the people of the Lord, when they're actually the opposite. They're the people who are of the descendants of the enemies of the Lord and his people.
Right. And they also have an agenda. All right. Their ultimate agenda is to have a new world order, a one world government in wickedness, where they play God and they know everything that you're doing, and they're in control of every single thing by way of that MOTB.
And they're using chaos, disruption, destruction, and war, death, disease, and famine to do it.
Yep.
And this video is going to let you know what family of Edom is actually responsible for all this.
Yeah.
And because Edomites like this guy on the screen are highly upset at the people that he's going to expose. All right. To the point to where it's going to get bad for the imposters once these other Edomites, finally get to the point where they've had enough.
Yeah, and they engineering, all right, the wicked Esau, Edom, who's being revealed right now. They're engineering all this chaos. All right, it's a thing called Odo ab Chaos, all right, order out of chaos. All right, so they, engineer the chaos, and then ultimately the solution is going to be that MOTB where they have everyone potato chipped, if you will.
That's right. Techno potato chip.
You see? Exactly. So going back to this 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 5.
It won't work because the Lord said he's gonna disappoint the devices of the crafty, man.
That's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency
Yeah.
shall he be in straits.
Right.
Yep.
And the Lord has his new world order. When you read 2 Peter 3:13, it said it's gonna be the kingdom of heaven which dwelleth in righteousness.
Yep. A new heaven and a new earth
That's it.
which dwelleth in righteousness. That's right. So going back to this 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 5, it says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
And people don't understand that Esau, Edom, and his debauchery, the Lord said that's a mystery. Jake don't know that Esau's the goddamn devil, even though they feel the brunt of his devil-dom. All right? But the wickedness is a mystery. Who's the head of sin? And all the how everybody's influenced by it.
Right.
Right now, you ask a modern day Christian, is the white man the devil? They're going to say no. Or they're not necessarily. When the white man is the motherfucking devil.
And there's lots of people, other people on earth that feel that way. There's even some Edomites that feel that way. They'll tell you that.
That's right. That's right.
I was them buttheads who wanted to argue yesterday at the line. So when I was talking to them, Jay get to bringing out their philosophies. So, because we was chopping it up for a minute, so I left. I just dealt with them because they humbled down. And that Thessalonians was saying the white man the devil was the first thing they agreed with. They said, I don't know that, but I knew that my whole life.
Right.
I don't know it. They kept saying, like, I don't know it, but that what y'all teaching gotta be true.
Right.
Because
When you validate if they've been through the shit which Jake has been, and they got any kind of modicum of the spirit of the Lord, they gotta admit it because it's bullshit.
You can't be in and out of their courts and in and out of their system and deal with them anything financial and not see
That's right.
that these people are off. Get lighter. I'm gonna have to figure it out.
I need more light. I need to change these light bulbs.
No, but my camera can actually get lighter.
Get more ambient.
Yeah, but I gotta figure out how to do it.
So going back to this 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7, it says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. Verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Lying wonders. He's a goddamn devil. Esau, even the so-called white man, you wish you were us's, the JOOs, the curly Qs, the small mad, to the hatters. I don't care what you want to call them. They're lying. They're liars.
Like a specific group, a specific individual brags. What do you call
Apple
it?
cider vinegar.
Cider. Right, and a lot of people swore on its benefits of it. They use brags on a daily basis to help cleanse and heal themselves, of certain ailments and things like that. And it's worked for them, for years. Some people for decades have been using it, and all of a sudden, a particular individual that loves to inoculate people bought it out, and all of a sudden the ingredients changed and the strength of it changed, and it didn't give the same benefits as it did before. People even saying it looked different, it tastes different, and because I noticed I had some, and it's like bacteria started developing in it. And I'm like, that's not
That's not it.
because vinegar You know,
It's kill us.
it can apple cider vinegar can sit on the shelf for years and years and years, and
Man,
not happen.
Man,
That's how strong it is, how powerful it is. So definitely something is different. So just giving an example, how they'll take something that works and then
And corrupt it.
and corrupt it and then still sell it as if it's
working.
and it's not. So
And then if you go fact check that, they'll say that the guy, the skates, whatever you want to call him, that no, he didn't do it and they didn't change shit.
no, that's
a lie.
that's a complete lie, because you got health food stores owners who used that product and sold it to their clients, their clientele, their patrons for years, that are now switching to other brands.
That's right.
So
And when you
just an example,
right,
You know,
but you picked the perfect one, because the Brags is known for the most people who use the Brags is people who are healthy minded, those who are health conscious. And so when you health conscious and you do something on that vibration, because you already had the health benefits that came from it. So when you don't see those benefits, it's like, oh, well, something's that's Houston, we got a problem. This ain't the shit that we normally been getting. Something's wrong, all right? So they can't just keep fucking with people and
But if the routine diet doesn't change, then what would be the new factor?
Right.
One of the supplements, right? You check into what else you've been taking.
That's right.
Which, like Elder Malcolm always said, you shouldn't have to buy fucking supplements anyway, man.
Yeah.
The vitamins and minerals should already be in the fucking food and water. This man's a fucking devil, man.
That's right. Hey, can I get this NLT?
Absolutely.
All right. Now, this word lion, you look it up, it's the Greek word pseudos, all right, which means, deliberate lies and falsehood, right? But I want to read
Makes
this.
me think about Timothy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Science falsely so called.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Pseudoscience.
Pseudoscience is being used, and forced upon the people.
That's
Literally
it.
forced.
Exactly. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9 in the NLT. It says, this man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles. He will use every kind of evil deception to fool those on their way to destruction.
Wow. And they'll call those people scientists.
That's it.
Yep,
You don't agree with the science?
exactly.
You don't agree with the science?
No, I don't roll with Big Bang.
Science false is so
Right.
Exactly. Because there's real science and then there's pseudoscience.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Yep, that's basically it.
Okay. So let's go ahead and
Listen,
you got that video queued up?
I just queued it up.
Baba Kishar. Let's go ahead and play some of that video.
I'm gonna play that now.
Let Psalm 64 and 8 happen.
Let the music play.
1 second.
But when you talk to people that are inside those meetings, so the individual that I talked to was a DHS employee. He was the guy that cut the checks to the NGOs. And he's telling me, he's laying it out for me about what this looks like. He cut checks to
Can just put the record, NGOs, non-government.
Non-government organization in America is being ruled over, controlled. The Federal
Non-government.
Reserve itself is a non-government organization,
Absolutely.
but yet it has the say-so, and it dictates policy over your finances and over your money.
And
And
Princeton.
it's not even, and no one elected or voted for anybody in the IRS or the Federal Reserve. They're privately owned institutions. They're not a part of your government, but yet they control your government.
Well,
They enforce that. And that's a non-government organization, and there's a lot of small. As a matter of fact, most of the non-government organizations are controlled and ran by the small hats, by the imposters.
That's it. Well, Meyer,
As you're gonna see, Amschel Bauer.
I'm Amschel Bauer. He said, "Give me the control of the money, and I care not who make the law."
Who is king?
Yeah.
Hey,
So he cares not who is
That's that
king.
your seat.
No. I'm just giving the rest of the quote. He cares not who's king. Go ahead.
It goes back to what the Bishop Doctor went into as well. That the seat, they made sure they called it the Federal Reserve. So
exactly.
your whole life, if you don't really look into it, you think it's really part of the federal
Right.
government.
Exactly.
It's just as federal as FedEx.
FedEx, Federal
Yeah.
And
Express.
FedEx is not a part of your government, but it has a name, FedEx.
Right.
But it's not federal at all. So the Federal Reserve is not federal. It's just like Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is a white organization with a black name.
That's right.
Right.
And anyone who can't see that, because no stores and no people in the hood support Black Lives Matter. You never see Black Lives Matter signs until you go to Ukrainian Village, you go to Bucktown, Wicker Park, Lincoln Park, Rogers
You
Park,
usually see the
Hyde
hood.
Park. You never see it in the hood because
You
it's
see black
really
only.
not for Black people.
Right, you
It
see
just
black
has
only.
it just has a name Black on it. So when things go, it's used to do dirt, and then it keeps the stigma.
Right.
Oh well, that was Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And Black Lives Matter, when you watch the movie Get Out, what was the phrase he do to prove that he wasn't racist so he could set you up to fuck you over? I would have, if I could, I would have voted for Obama a third term. That's Black Lives Matter. Oh, I'm not racist. I would have voted a third time for this nigga. Right? Anyway,
I got
I'm
black
saying
freedom,
it's the back door.
That's right. And if you go to the hood, most people who got the signs in their shop, they say black owned. And this is a black owned business. That I saw the BOB.
Yeah, you don't see BLM.
Right.
You
You
go up
see
and down
BOB.
47th and in Bronzeville and any place where Jake actually has a business.
79th Street.
Yeah, as soon as you get to these big commercialized places where the Edomites go,
BLM.
that's when you'll see BLM. So just to make that.
Oh, it's like one last point before we play the video game. The biggest NGO that's right now, we witnessed in 2020, is the WHO.
I was going to say
All right, that's who controlled everything. Who said this got to be locked down for this amount of time? This is the protocol you got to follow. It was the WHO. Everybody was for.
And the CDC.
And the WEF.
And the WEF and the majority of the people who are calling the shots in those organizations are who.
How is Klaus Schwab a household
And they
name?
simp.
Yeah.
How the
and
fuck do people know about Klaus Schwab? Who the
Listen.
fuck is Klaus Schwab?
Yeah, and these people are the
Right.
direct descendants of Meyer Amschel Bauer or Meyer Amschel Rothschild.
Exactly.
Yep, direct descendants, man. And here it is. Give them control of the money. They care not who is in so-called government. They care not, who make the laws. They care not about none of that. They just are running the world and controlling everything.
Hey.
These
While screaming the victim.
exactly.
Hey,
While playing the victim the whole time. Because
VV.
as soon as you question them on anything, anything that they're doing wrong, the first thing they're going to talk about is an event that happened in World War II that had actually nothing to do with the subject
Perfect
matter.
hologram.
We're talking about NGOs and shady businesses, and then they're going to start talking about what happened to their grandmother and grandfather in the hologram.
Oh, you're anti-Semitic.
It's like, huh?
And the black hologram, we got
Oh, yeah,
millions and
that's
millions of people who have been affected by it. You can even prove the number that you claim.
Yeah.
Oh, you're anti-Semitic.
Go ahead, brother.
You
Yeah, because we
anti-Semitic.
got to talk in code when you
Right.
speak on
Anti-Semitic.
them, right?
Or and a simp.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let it play, brother.
Okay.
But when you talk to people that are inside those meetings, so the individual that I talked to was a DHS employee. He was the guy that cut the checks to the NGOs. And he's telling me, he's laying it out for me about what this looks like. He cut checks to Jewish Family Services, Catholic Charities, and a couple other. And I said, tell me about, just give me an example. And he goes, okay, Jewish Family Services, let me explain how this works. The Jewish Family Services, I said, tell me the amount, okay, before we get started. He said, $600 million. And I said, okay, was that 2 or 3 years contract? He goes, no, that was like 2, 3 to 6 months max.
Wow.
Max. And then he said, what was really stunning to me is this is where the money laundering scheme comes in. So he goes, you have Jewish Family Services at the top. He says they have 50, so let's just say 50 to 100 subcontractors underneath him. After I give them, he's telling me, after I cut that check for $600 million, then those smaller subcontractors that are responsible for food, clothing, housing, whatever that $600 million does not cover or did not cover enough, those subcontractors call us and say, we need 10 million here, we need 5 million here. And I say, bet it, he goes, no, we're in emergency mode. So we cut the checks immediately to him. Immediately. And he says, but this is where it gets crazy, JJ. He said, when I cut the checks to the subcontractors, I'm cutting the check to the same payee. I'm sending the same funds to Jewish Family Services, the same account. So you have Jewish Family Services getting $600 million, but you have 50 to 100 subcontractors that I'm paying but I'm paying to the same bank account as Jewish Family Services. It's all a lie.
Stop it right there. So when Americans really wake up to the fact, you know, a lot of these good old boys know already. I was speaking with brother Arala earlier, and a lot of these good old boys and militia types at this point, they just waiting for something to happen so they can do what
They cut loose
because they ready.
Yeah, no doubt.
And the average, you know, and dumbass Americans think that these people are good people and they're the chosen. You know, they keep, you know, there's another documentary coming out. I saw the preview for it. It's some old chain smoking ass. You the chosen though. And bringing up the hologram and you know and yeah and it's all about and basically the dude whose grandfather was the one who supposedly was the worst of the you know of the
kind.
guys. You know, them click the heels together, put your hand up, guys.
Right.
Guys, you know, he's coming to visit a survivor, and so the whole thing is about their interaction. Because she asked him, "Do you hate your grandfather?" Bitch, do you hate your grandfather? Right. So yeah, right. So you know, it's just this is bullshit. They're constantly they're the villain of the whole fucking world, while playing, still screaming and crying.
The victim of the whole world.
They're the victim, and that's why I refer to them as the victim villains.
Because
they're the victim the whole time. You know, it's like my stepson's kid, man. His little girl always doing shit to her brother and then screaming and hollering like, you know, to get him in trouble. And my little sister used to do the same shit to me, you know. And I'm looking at it, and I'll see her do some shit, you know, and then she'll get him to react. And then when he reacts, you know, he getting in trouble, and I have to intervene sometimes. Like, no, I saw what you did, you little badass. You just try to set this boy up, you know. So that's basically what these people do.
I got a couple scriptures.
Bring it out, brother.
This is Amos 1:8. And I will cut off the inhabitant from Ashdod, and him that holdeth the scepter from Escalon. And I will turn my hand against Ekron, and the remnant of the Philistines shall perish, says Lord power.
So he's gonna take that power because the imposters are all in Ashdod and that whole area where the Philistines once were.
Right.
And they're calling shots. And the Lord is telling you he's gonna cut off the scepter, control. So all this control that they have, the fact that this guy is standing before an American flag, talking about NGOs and attaching, you know, the leaders of the crafty council to it, because they're the leaders, they're the head of the crafty council.
The crafty council.
Right.
I will be using that.
All right.
This was to further push the agenda that these good old boys want about basically these migrants getting all that money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which basically, like you said, they're ready to do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But once they see that, you know, they're not even getting that money, that basically the issues are behind that. Yeah, man, they got.
He's gonna talk about that.
The innocent.
Them she wears are
innocent.
They had a reason to hate them.
No, we're speaking about the anti-semantics.
Okay.
That's the word.
Okay.
Anti-semantics.
Okay. All right. I got this is Zechariah 9:6. And a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, and I will cut off the pride of the Philistines. So those people, the Lord is enrolling with them. He ain't with them. He ain't got their back. You had rulership for a particular amount of time, and now that is coming to an end.
That's why they're getting put on blast.
Right.
And that's why they're so aggressively trying to play the victim in the media that they control.
And while they're getting the laws topped,
right.
they started to put bills and stuff in.
Trying to put bills, trying to put codes and statutes in place
for laws.
You know, so that they can stay on top.
Since you said that, I got something for you.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." And how does he know he have but a short time? Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. It says, "And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High God entered into them." All right, entered into who? the men of the Lord, the prophets, who's going to speak, all right, the will and righteousness of the Father, which also exposes the wicked and who they really are and their agenda.
And powers up that word. It's got to go forth now and accomplish what it's meant to do.
Yeah, when the man of the Lord out there waking back up, that's how he knows.
Exactly. And all the lies and deception that he has fed our people, even the prophets, all right, here it is. There was going to be a time where the Lord was going to, have it, like it says in that Baruch, that they shall remember themselves. You see? Because he said, I will put a spirit in you to understand this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So it says back in this Revelation 11:11, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Ain't that what the apostles say? That when Marshawn was out there running it, and it was like,
how did y'all find out this?
Jumped out the limo. How the fuck y'all find this out?
Yep. Well, how we found it out was, this is, I just quoted it. I'll just get it. Baruch chapter 2, verse,
with prudent can upset prophecy. No matter what you,
that's it.
And the process of.
Yeah, no matter what you do, it was written that the men of the Lord are going to wake back up. Man.
That's it. Yep. This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. It says, for I knew that they would not hear me, talking about us, the Israelites, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. You see, to remember yourself means you forgot yourself. How did you forget yourself? Well, read Psalms 83, right? Our enemies, these heathen nations, and the number one enemy with the bullet is Esau, Edom, right? And
he's the leader of the crafty council.
That's it. So it says, for I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. How? Verse 31. And shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear, all right, via the Holy Spirit, all right, which the Most High dictates and rests upon his sheep, upon the special chosen children, the elect of them, starting off with the prophets, all right, and he rests the Holy Spirit upon them. That gives the increase, all right, that gives you your measure of faith, your measure of understanding of the truth. All right, of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And so this is divine, all right, intervention that we are remembering ourselves and have the ability to teach this word directly and correctly and have the ability to measure the time, all right? Yeah.
Well, like you read in Revelation 12:12. He's coming down with the great wrath, and we've been saying this for years. How back then when I first came to the truth, he had his small horns on, but now, like you say, he's starting to get his legislation in place. He's gonna show you his long horns.
Into Hellboy,
right? Exactly.
Yeah, why people distracted with the bread and circles? He's having secret count meetings and all types of past wiki.
Diddy and this Drake.
Kendrick
Lamar thing. And now all of a sudden this commentary left and right about Kendrick Lamar and Drake's rap battle. And and even Esau's jumping in on it. How they're interested in it, because now it turns out that Kendrick Lamar is clapping back nonstop with his third clap back. I'm like, when the Edomites start talking about Esau talking about some clapping back.
Anything for the distraction.
How Jake be like, and they,
you got 24 hours to respond.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is to back what you just said. This is Psalm 64:2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? All right. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart is deep. but God shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. He's
Oh,
Oh, no, you got-
no,
you got-
I was gonna say
Go.
read the next verse. That's all I was gonna say.
okay. And then you got the breakdown. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them shall flee away.
And just like we were watching this redacted, you know, we watch other independent journalists, you know, that it is, you know, basically letting it be known of, you know, what's
Right.
going on in the world, you know,
Right.
what the banking elite,
Right.
what their agenda is, what they're really doing, all right, and how they done sold everyone fool's gold,
Right.
all right, all their lies and deceit. You see, it's all being exposed first and foremost by the prophets, and then also again, their own tongue. The Bible, we just read it. The Bible says that their own tongue, the wicked's own tongue, is going to fall upon themselves by continuing to reveal, all right, the truth and what's going on in the world, all right, and everything that's happening. Okay, and then here it is. You have the main thing is the prophets, all right, that's out and seeing all these things and letting it be known, and even playing some of their own people's, you know, videos that's exposing things, and we go ahead and filter it right through the scriptures.
All right, I got a precept. This is this is Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. So he's being made naked. Everybody's seeing that this man is the devil. He's being exposed. Like the title of the lesson, his skirt is being lifted up. So
That's it.
he can't hide no more and say that he ain't the devil. He can't hide no more saying, hey man, my time ain't running out. He know his time is short because that's why he's being exposed. Verse 22.
And the scripture say he's gonna drink that cup, so
That's
he's
right.
gonna reap what he's sown, man.
That's it.
Verse 22. It says, the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity, and our punishment is about to be up. Like it says in 2nd Esdras 6-9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. And it says, he will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
So the wicked is not gonna be acquitted, man, at all.
Exactly, and his sins is being discovered now. So now that he's being discovered, and they seeing that this man is really the red man, not the white man, like he perpetrated to be for so long.
Murph is the white man.
He's not the white man. So because white means good and pure anyway. What is good and pure that this man ever did?
Nothing.
And then when you go into the definitions, like one of Murph's favorite definitions, you know, with the black and the white, you know, it shows you what black really means and how negative it is and what white really means.
Let me just jump in there.
Black Lives Matter.
That movie out right now about the what was her name? The little small hat chick who's really a Jake that died, drank herself to death.
Amy
Winehouse.
Yeah.
She faded to black.
You gotta see
And all
that.
her songs were dark songs, right?
Yeah.
And dark is basically fade to black was one of her most popular songs, and you know, basically she died. She was fading to black. She faded to, and she actually lived out her lyrics, man.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, you were just speaking about that in your last lesson.
Yeah, she was a wild, unruly. You know, there's no doubt in my mind that was a Jew-like woman.
Yeah.
White House, yeah.
She was wild, unruly. You know, spreading her legs. Opening her
Fresh
quiver to
pale
every
Keisha.
arrow. She was a fresh pale Keisha. You know, chain smoking, weed smoking,
And she
You
was
know,
Weave
and
wearing.
then she even wore weave to make her hair big.
and she was oh, yeah.
You know,
I mean, this woman, because they ain't gotta do this madness they do.
and constantly being masculine toward her man. That's why he left her. All right. He got tired of her hitting him.
Right.
He was trying to stay out of jail by not beating her ass, so he just kept leaving her.
Hold my peace. Was so smart. I'm just serious because I was gonna say something. I'm gonna hold my peace. Go ahead next. Is Deuteronomy?
We still
But what we at now?
back to the video.
So let's put that video back on Barbershop.
And now you want me to jump to
Jump
the
to 12,
All right, that's what I figured.
12:30. Yeah.
All right, give me 1 second. Yep, you're talking. And I'm gonna slide this right over here.
Yeah, Esau is really fucked himself up. He built a pit to put that tension out there. Like Yaki was saying, they engineered this chaos, but they're about to turn on each other. These good old boys, they was ready to be mad at us, ready to be mad at the Venezuelans, but now they got a new a true enemy,
a real enemy,
a true enemy who's actually really responsible for the decrease in their lifestyle.
Yeah.
See, you've been thinking it was the welfare recipients. Well, the biggest welfare recipients has been the Israelis. Right, and then you see all the money that's going to all these NGOs. It's really all about them.
Now they're giving them money to rebuild Ukraine. BlackRock got the contract to rebuild Ukraine now.
So these patriots, these good old flag flying, shotgun toting,
good old boys.
Go to the woods for 2 weeks at a time by himself, asking these motherfuckers getting ready to come out the woods on your ass.
West Virginia.
Because I'm gonna tell you, man, you don't really want to fuck with a dude who go to the woods by himself, 4 or 5 days at a time, man.
That's
A
right.
week at a time.
That's right.
Just with a backpack. Just go out.
And he's at ease. He's at
You don't
ease
know
out
what a
there.
blind is?
Yeah,
You're blind.
he set up a camp. Set up his fire, his heat. Whatever, and they go out there in the damn cold, it's 0 degrees.
I went out
and then they set up the camera and talk about it. Yeah, well,
Yes.
it's gonna be dark soon. So I need to get this fire going first. And I'm
And
building
it's like it, and they don't even.
it's fucking wolves and shit in the background.
Right.
Cougars prowling.
They comfortable as hell.
Right.
They comfortable in that shit
About
too.
2 miles away.
Hey, bro, I remember living in Mount Pleasant, Michigan, and I was doing my Edomite friend Squits, right? And we went to the motherfucking Squits, and we went to the motherfucking and to woods to go hunt. I ain't never went hunting, and so we get out there, we walk to I can't count how long. So Jake walking, I was like already scoffing, like what the fuck. So by the time we get out to the blind, which is a little hut that's out in the middle of nothing where it was elevated. And so like, I'm like, so we about to go out there. Shh.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm like, what? He said, oh, shh, whisper. I'm like, we gonna whisper? And then for the rest of that motherfucker,
He was a straight nigga.
Man,
Loud as Judah in the woods.
Yeah,
Every fucking thing here. Ain't nobody catching shit.
he told me to shut the fuck up. And we sat there for hours upon hours. I'm like, this shit ain't for me.
What the scriptures say here, man, in the field.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually got to the hunting one time and I saw them fucking traps.
Yes.
And I started taking sticks and I saw the trap and see how cruel that shit was.
Yes.
I took sticks and started popping on the tracks. I know them hunters came back and was like,
Man,
this fucking little nigga, who the fuck was out? Yeah, I got mad,
Snap the
man.
traps.
You know what? And I never went hunting again.
Because there's no honor in the
I was
way
like,
peace
nigga,
song.
right.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no honor.
Man, you fucking catching. You catching shit you ain't supposed to eat. I didn't even know it back then. Fucking raccoons, all kind of shit getting caught in them traps, man.
And what they did with the
I was like, this shit cruel as fuck, man. They get caught by their tail, by their leg.
Yeah, coyotes are not a fucking own part of their leg off.
When they killed all the buffalo, like this is a piece of shit.
Yeah, man. So yeah,
This is what
fuck
people
Esau.
love,
But
man.
the point is though that them same them guys with that cruel hunter's mentality, they don't give a fuck about Bambi.
Yeah.
They kill his mom and daddy and fuck that little nigga. Let him slaughter them. Let the wolves get him. All right. So them same guys, they coming for the rest of you Edomites, man. All right, but go ahead and let it play.
Gus filed a lawsuit in Texas claiming that Joe Biden, they're funneling over $21 million to an organization called Save the Children. And guess who was on the board? The board of it, Jill Biden. And they're saying this NGO is child sex trafficking into the United States of America, inside of Guatemala. And they are traveling and facilitating the transportation of child sex trafficking into Texas. Look, the media won't even touch it. And Joe Biden, look, things don't happen in a bubble. What did Joe Biden do in Ukraine? He went after that AG and got him fired. Guess what he's doing? He just called down there and had a presser and said to the Guatemalan president, I want those 2 people fired for corruption. There was no corruption last week until they filed a lawsuit against you and your wife.
Yeah, exactly. Until you start looking into child sex trafficking that may involve Jill Biden. That's what Biden loves to do. He loves to call up Poroshenko, get that prosecutor fired. He's looking into my son. He's looking into Hunter Biden. Get that guy fired. Or you're not going to get billions of dollars.
Every law enforcement officer that saw Hunter Biden's laptop is dead.
Damn.
Every fucking one of them. Every law enforcement, when that laptop disappeared, every law enforcement officer, the same shit that all the people that saw the evidence against the Clintons.
Yeah.
You know, that they don't call it Hillary Clinton for nothing.
Hillary.
Right?
That's good.
Yeah, fucking Hillary Clinton. You cross some Clintons, man. You know, make it look like an accident.
That's it. And then they'll turn around and put it in your movies. Like at the end of Iron Man 1, when they wanted to take out Obadiah Stane, he said he's going to have a plane accident.
Yeah. I've seen one movie where they have a rig where they put your arm in it and put your arm is stuck and they put your own
gun to you.
They try to get rid of an officer. And that's how they would do it. Yeah. And then they started saying, you know, before they did it, he died in the line of duty. He was a great officer. He was a good officer.
Right.
He served his country. You know, he did this, he did that. He
let him get his insurance money.
You know, but the divorce and the this, that, and the other was too much, and he depression. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they got the whole rig with a dude sitting in the chair. You know, his own hand. Yeah, and he like making it. He don't want to do it, but they put put his arm in it, and then they pull his finger. And and he shoots himself. When they really shoot him. But that's the way, so the forensic will say. Well, this is all.
He got the gunpowder on his hand and all that stuff.
Right, he got gunpowder on his hand, and this is trajectory. This trajectory is one. That's what we call pseudoscience. Right. This trajectory is one that when someone actually takes their own life. So it's a self-inflicted wound. He was fucking murdered. This is your government. These are the people who ruling over you, and this is how they operate.
And the Hunter Biden shit goes back 4 years ago. So you tell me 4 years ago, the CIA, the FBI, everybody had a hold of this motherfucker.
All the law enforcement officers.
And they all said they suspect shit, but nobody found that. No one speaks on nothing.
And all the police spoke up. Every one of them, they pulled them off the case, shut it down. 4 years. And every man that witnessed it, that saw this shit, 4 years. They are no longer. They got unalived. This is Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people unto another. Read. Why is earth and ashes proud?
That's right.
There was not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. For such as one setteth up his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he carried away his own bowels. And that is this Edomite to the T.
Sell his own ass.
Right? He'll sell his sister, sell his mama.
What he tell him? What he tell him? No. When he told him on Game of Thrones, when he told him the brother, when he told the girl, he said, "I'll let 40,000 of them fuck you to get that army." That's how he saw it.
Oh yeah.
Remember when he told his sister that?
Yeah.
Going back to what you just said, that's how he saw his, man. He said, "I'll let up the whole 40,000 of them fuck you with their horses."
Oh.
He said, "Now let the horses do it to you too to get the army." He had the spirit of Edomite on him. But I got a quick precept.
Well, a real man will be ready to die to defend his sister.
Come on, man. That was some folly, man. This just going back to what the Elder Malcolm brought out, and with him and the Elder Uriah were just discussing about this Hunter Biden, this freak. All right.
He's a hunter.
Man, he definitely a hunter. But
He's a fucking drug addict.
Yeah.
This dude recorded. Yeah, this dude recorded his own drug deals. Yeah. And nothing happened to him.
Yeah. He recorded him smoking and shit too.
Yeah, he said it's crack.
All right.
All his video evidence and everybody else know about it, but the government don't.
He was getting top from an underage girl. Yeah. I mean, it's like all of his own. Like I said, everybody who saw that And meanwhile, the people, all the Biden defenders just ignored it, looked the other way.
Which was mostly
There's nothing happening here. There's nothing here to see.
R. Kelly.
All right, look at R. Kelly.
Right. But that reminds me of something that Murphy used to say all the time, how he had his one buddy, and they have all this shit in the fucking trunk, and he'd be like, aren't you worried about it?
Nah, that's your Nike.
Yeah, that's not your Nike.
We always see But yeah, he said he wasn't worried about it. That's the Edomite spirit.
No, just
They got in trouble with other men.
And Black just said it the way you said it. And please go back to where you at. I just Googled something off of this vibration. I Googled, why is Hunter Biden still not in jail?
Freak.
And it said Hunter Biden faces up to 17 years in prison if convicted. And that's not one.
And that's why the president had all the people fired and eliminated.
That's right.
Just like the man just gave you the receipts.
That's right.
No witnesses, no crime.
And this goes back to not only this year, 2024, but even to last year, when CNN in last year said Hunter Biden's universe of legal problems briefly explained. Why he got all these problems? He got the smoking gun, the laptop, and all this other shit, and he's still getting go scot-free.
You'll be looking at 100 years.
What? You would have been put underneath the jail.
And his daddy and the Clintons made that 3-strike law.
Absolutely.
So that's the irony of that, man. That just show you how much these devils really get. Man, say it again, huh?
Hypocrites.
Yeah, they're the ones that instituted Title 42.
Well,
the Clintons.
Go ahead, read the song.
It's Psalm 73 and 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
So these people don't deal with our lives. Like you said, I've stood up in court and watched situations where, brothers get slammed. It's like, okay, you driving without a license, you ain't got no insurance, blah, 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 blah. You got a $1,500 fine and 15 days in jail.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
saw
like,
get probation. And counseling.
Hey, wait, no, I've watched this. Go get insurance and come back and see me in your next court date, and we'll dismiss it.
Yep, that too.
Community service.
This is no
accountability for
You don't even get community service. When you ever see any Edomites in their community service?
That's what I'm saying. The judge will sit there and tell you, you got caught with can you get your license squared away? Yeah. Can you get some insurance by the time you come back to see me? Yeah. You come back and see me, we'll dismiss all this. And he just overrode the motherfucking prosecuting attorney and everything else in one motherfucking move.
Hey, it was crazy. The Edomite Grant Cordion, he came out and said, he's like, man, how you a white man in America and you at the bottom? How's you at the bottom in your own kingdom?
He said they wasted their whiteness.
He said,
well, yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, you could go anywhere and get a house.
And he said it's so proud too.
And he said,
it's some dumbass white man. It's like Bruce said, that's some dumbass niggas. He's like, that's a dumbass cracker.
And they laughed about it. He like,
Absolutely.
If I was a white man, you would know it.
He said, this my blessing.
And see the thing exactly. So it's his time. But just to land back on what Pop said a couple moments ago, the issue is now that the curses are now falling upon Edom.
Con, exactly.
He's starting to wear them the curses like a cheap coat, man.
That's right.
Definitely. But there's a little bit more of that play. Because he definitely lost his wives and daughters.
I
mean, the Edomite woman is out of fucking control, man.
That's right.
That's why these Edomites are mad.
So beneficial.
The rich man, let's call it the rich man in this situation. I'm mad at them because they still getting the benefits. They getting all the benefits, and meanwhile, their kids can't even own a house.
Yep, that is.
The thing was, that way you look, they scoff at renting. I seen a meme, maybe said yesterday, it was like, I can't afford to get buy a house and pay $1,100 mortgage, but I can pay $2,000 rent. So they mad about that. They mad about that. You got people doing videos all on TikTok. You can just type in Americans
and it's crime and blues.
Yeah, I got a preset real quick. This is Rock 13:3. The rich man has done wrong, and yet he threatened with dog. The poor is wrong, and he must entreat also. So the rich man, not only can he do bullshit, he can cut you out for it. He can threaten you. He'll murder you.
I'm gonna leave this shit.
With a heart attack gun. Meanwhile, the poor is getting fucked over and still gotta bow down and humble themselves. Why they the ones getting fucked over, man? That's the kingdom we in. Hey, Kanye West that came out and said it. Another Edomite just came out and said who's running this shit. The whole world is talking about who's running this shit, man. That's why this video exists, man. The small guys, they the ones running it.
Yes, and these are Edomites. These are Edomites, man. This is Psalm 64 and 8 at its finest.
On a microphone.
And and be honest, it's been nonstop for like the last 15 years. There's certain guys that we've watched over the years. Most of them have been moved off of YouTube. All right, pretty soon Clayton Morris and his wife. They gonna get kicked off YouTube too because Clayton been like killing it. They might unalive.
I'm gonna be honest with you how I feel about Clayton because I watch you Jack and all that shit. They insiders, bro.
Yeah, they might be
insiders, bro. I'm just being honest because they for a retired CIA to come over there and give them information, they inside too. All of them inside this is.
I don't know. They've been demonetizing all kind of shit.
But
We'll see.
I'm feeling like this is Alex Jones. They on the left hand side, on the east side that is set up to be there, control opposition. I'm not because I always hope for the best, but I'm not feeling. I feel it's too many top liar. They'll come up and say, "Yeah, there's just a guy who was with the CIA. He's retired now." About the retired CIA don't come out unless it's still controlled. No, but they don't. The CIA is not letting none of their operatives that used to be CIA come out and say shit. They're all controlled, man.
No, but
I'm not
hold on, right? Here's where I have to agree and disagree. Psalm 64 and 8 has to happen.
It's true.
So somebody is coming out and telling.
Gotta get
somebody's got to legitimately come out and expose and tell. So
it's just a need.
No matter what, we the only ones on the planet with the full truth.
That's right.
So whether a nigga an insider, an outsider, this is only for us to manipulate. This is only for the prophets. I got this real quick. This is Ephesians 6. And everybody outside of us is insiders, by the way.
Period.
This is Ephesians 6 and 10. So it don't matter. This is Ephesians 6 and 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahweh and in the power of his might, and put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And what they breaking down is the wiles of the devil. Mm-hmm. All right? It says, for we wrestle, exactly.
He said trickery.
Exactly.
That's right.
Like this nigga in the cartoon, Wile E. Coyote. He always said that's what
always had a plan.
But he always had some wicked device to catch you. Yeah. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness in this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right.
What they revealing right now is spiritual wickedness in high places because going back to the topic on whether they are inside or outside,
this guy here on the right,
Lord,
Shalakia, and this guy here on the right, even if Clayton is an insider, this guy on the right with that flag, he's giving you this information. He's fucking pissed.
Yeah, when he was talking, and he did like this. When he mentioned before, he talked about. You could tell he mad.
Yeah, this dude is mad.
But whether they is or if they ain't. This is the spirit of the Lord stirring up the earth. This is the controversy in Zion. All right? Because this is all going back into who's Esau and who's Jacob. And another thing about it is, through the spirit, it has to be said by these people. Because the scripture tell you that the children of light, the children of this world are wiser than the children of light. Mm-hmm. These niggers can't talk about this. Niggas don't know anything about this. So whether they insiders or not, it has to be said from their faces.
Absolutely. Right. Now, since you said that, you're right. I just Googled.
We only got.
I just Googled redacted are insiders, and this came up. It says newsroom redacted, and it says ... which means there's some shit beforehand. It says insider knowledge with Kevin Figlioli on topics of growing insurgency from everyone in the healthcare industry. Blah 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 blah. So they even when you do Google it, they say insider knowledge. If you're an insider, that means you was playing with them, and now you're coming out.
Well, so he used to work for MSNBC, I believe.
Yes.
He left
Yes.
and went on his own.
So he knew.
Yes.
Yeah,
He was an insider.
That's
And,
like
yes. Go
that's
ahead.
like people that work at a company. You know the inside. You don't agree with what they doing, but you got a job.
Right. And you
find
want
out-
do your
you
job,
find
right.
out the ins and outs.
it's possible.
You may not agree with what's going on. But when you get rid of that company,
Well, it's just like it's just like all these people. It's like all these people who works for the IRS, and then then the whole thing about is there a law that says that you can tax wages, and then none of them could find it. When they, and then when they left or quit or were fired, they started coming out and telling
Being
you. And now that's a big thing on the internet, and they're coming with receipts.
It's a phrase for it. It's called whistleblower.
Yeah. I get the scripture there real quick.
Bring it out, brother.
It's the book of Luke 8:17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad.
Go ahead and get 12 and 2 as well. Might as well.
And while you're getting that, and one thing I get mad about these people that come out like the redacted and so forth, they've been behind the scenes for years. And I said someone just put when I was doing this research, who funds redacted? San Francisco, June 1st, 2021, redacted today emerged from stealth with 35 million in Series B funding led by 1011 Ventures with participation from Valor Equity Partners and SVB Capital. I'm not fucking with nobody who got billions and millions of dollars backed up for you to whatever the fuck you think you do.
You ain't gotta fuck with it.
The point is Satan divided against Satan.
No, I agree with that. No, that's the point. I'm just saying that I know that they're sponsored. That's all I'm saying.
That's the whole thing. They was insiders. Now they was cool when it was fucking us over. It was cool when it was fucking Gad over. It was cool when it was fucking Mexicans over.
But now they see
that
themselves.
They is losing their future.
Now they want to say something.
Now they running.
Now they want to say, I agree 100%.
They missed their opportunity. Like, okay, look, you had redlining, you had motherfucking preferred treatment when it came to banks and loans and all this shit. If y'all didn't get y'all then, fuck you now.
Or some of them got it then, they lost it.
They lost it. They know how to recap.
The Fauci, Ouchie, and all these other policies and shit, destroyed the middle class have been brought down, man. Basically, you to the working poor, and then someone did a survey on Westerners, not just Americans, but Westerners in general, and it's so rough out there that the majority of people are saying that they're ready for the UBI. So that's the majority of so they did a census, and people like, I can't continue to live like this. So they're ready for UBI, which means these people that since so many people these are the people that's going to take the MOTB.
But they also said that they'll be the ones who you're gonna get a new world, whatever the band, and you're gonna love it. But they said that you're gonna like it. You're gonna
have own it. You're gonna own nothing, and you're gonna love it.
I got a precept, which is the mark of the beast. This is Revelation 13, and starts to the point 16. He calls it all, and this is the thing. He calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So not just niggas, not just Mexicans. All right, Esau was like, damn, this man he lost his mind. He wants to chip me too. We had this agreement. Man, I'm supposed to be able to do this, and my family supposed to be straight.
I'm a slave too.
Right, but now I'm a slave too. That's what that's their legislation says that. Esau would say that now. Edomites that's been hating niggas their whole life is finally saying, there's no black and white. No, it's the rich and the poor. It's the 1%. It's the 1% versus 99.
We should join together. We should come against them.
No, we gonna join with your sister.
Yeah.
There it is.
Only joining you gonna get, because we know we this shit, man.
It's gonna take another wife.
Don't.
Catch this sword.
You want to play some more of this video?
Yeah, play a little bit more.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
We should join together.
Get that prosecutor fired. He's looking into my son. He's looking into Hunter Biden. Get that guy fired. Get billions of dollars. Guatemala, we're going to withhold aid to you. We're going to hold back the billions of dollars that we'll send to you. You better get these guys fired. You better not be looking into my wife.
is frightening, Clayton. And the more that I go into, listen, when I go into this documentary, I feel like I'm an expert on this. But I know going in that I know I don't know certain things because I have to be inside it.
U.S. Border Deputy Patrol Agent in charge. That's who this guy is.
So he had rank in the Border Patrol.
So he had rank in the Border Patrol. And he doesn't like what's going on at the borders. That's what's making him speak up.
He's showing his face too.
He don't give a fuck. He's showing his face, right? So this guy is against the Biden administration and all the bureaucracy and all the NGOs is ran by you know who.
Right.
He's not with that shit. So this dude is a true whistleblower.
Yep.
All right, well, go ahead, let it play.
Patriots, man. Patriots are new terrorists.
That's right.
Yeah.
NGO angle that we're taking and we're getting deeper and deeper in. I know I'm not a frightened type of guy ever in my life. I'm telling you that it's frightening. When I came away for the last 2 or 3 jaunts or filming in certain areas across America and interviewing people, I honestly did not understand the size and scope of the machine on the south side and the north side. What Mayorkas has built through billions, hundreds of billions of dollars is staggering. When we get done Joe Biden's term in 4 years, this is just try to wrap your brain around how much power this is. In 4 years, Joe Biden will have spent conservatively on the bottom end, $700 billion on illegal aliens. Everyone believes the number is now.
That's not talking about everything else.
Yeah, that's just legal. No, let it keep playing. I'm glad we let it get there. He about to light it up.
Surpassed $1 trillion in 4 years. And we're conservatively saying $1 trillion. And look, I'm going to Chicago.
American people are suffering.
No, let him talk. He blew. This information, that's why I put it in here. Let it come out. Hold them thoughts.
Tens of thousands of people are being laid off now thanks to skyrocketing inflation. These new minimum wage laws, which we just covered on the show, driving people out of work because these companies can't afford them. And they're being replaced by
AI machines.
They're being replaced by, you have the mayor of New York City this afternoon talking about, we don't have enough lifeguards in New York City. So why do we not? And he said it flat out. We have all of these illegal aliens here that can swim really well.
Oh, hell no.
So,
come on, man. Hey, man, this devil gotta die, man.
No training, no break. He can swim, make him a lifeguard, give him a paycheck. Go ahead, let it play. Let him finish. And then
That's why I held it, because I hear what they were saying.
Right, I'll be missing it.
Do you even know how racist that is?
Right, to say, we'll hire them as lifeguards. So there's illegal aliens here that can swim really well. Why don't we hire them as lifeguards? So,
do you even know how racist that is? Right, to say, well, because they swim.
It's like it, bro. We played softball earlier today, and we got a lot of swimmers on the team. And somebody came was like, "Yo, man, why watch Bam? You can't even understand what they said." I said, "No, yeah, he just came there. I don't even know his name. He just fresh off the boat," and he all started laughing. Because I said he was fresh off the boat. These motherfuckers have no idea what's really going on in the world. And these Venezuelans, a lot of them are fresh off the proverbial boat, but they didn't come over here on the boat. They motherfucking trapped through the forest with the goddamn jaguars.
Some of them were flown over. And he's going to get to that. There's a lot of these guys are soldiers, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Let it play.
Yeah.
He could have just, because they swam across the Rio Grande, they should be lifeguards. The guy is mentally below the par. But look, what we're seeing is a military-style invasion into America. It is being purposely done. And you mentioned briefly the replacement theory. Let's just lay the cards out. CIS.org just came out yesterday. Stephen Miller, who was a top advisor for Trump, pushed it out. Conservatively, almost 52 million people living in the United States of America today are foreign nationals. That is 15% of our population is inside our walls, have no loyalty to America. There's absolute agreement through Congress, they don't even hide anymore, that there's 45 million illegal aliens in our country. 45 million.
It's a fucking army.
Full-fledged, already invaded.
Level. As Biden said, an unending flood of immigration into the United States. That's what he would call
Which
for.
they let you know they want to give them voting rights. They want to give them.
They can carry weapons.
They're gonna give them
Yes.
weapons, and a lot of them are gonna be used
Yeah.
against the citizens of
Yes.
America.
Thank you.
This shit about to go down, man.
Yes.
Thank you.
Get
Sure.
second Ezra.
I got
15th chapter.
a scripture. This is Habakkuk 2.
Second Ezra, the 15th
No,
chapter.
well, let them bring out a scripture.
This is Habakkuk 2 and 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come, it will not tarry. All these are all prophecies. All this is all happening. We are in those end days.
It's playing out.
It's playing out.
So all of what's going
In your
on
face.
is actually leading up to the second entrance that the elders to bring out. All this the prelude. You know.
Matter of fact, before you even get it, somebody to get second Ezra the 9th chapter, and then get 15.
All right, read this again.
Bring it out.
Where
You got
is it?
something, bring it out before we get those last
This
two.
is Jeremiah 51 and 12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon.
Okay.
Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes. So the prophets out here, what comes after the prophets, man? The fulfillment of the prophecy. Jeremiah 28:8.
Come.
Yeah, 28. For the Lord has both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. There you go. So the prophets out here standing to watch, the Lord's going to perform these things. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness. Yahweh of hosts hath sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillars, and they shall lift up a shout against thee.
That's
he. So this the Lord is doing, man. This is all prophecy, man.
Yeah.
Esau don't realize they're literally falling to the Lord's plan and trap.
Come.
They brought over their own demise.
There it is.
Because you know, because Hector and them about to fuck them up.
That's
Yeah,
right.
they thinking that
With machetes.
They arm them. So dumb. They arming them.
they are. Yep.
They armed them. They giving them rights that niggas in America don't even have, man.
There it is.
Right.
Yeah, and they a lot more cutthroat. Yeah, them these
Well,
Venezuelans.
we just saw. Well, that's that spirit. You know, them jets down from South and Central America, man. They got a different spirit.
Hey, off with the head is real.
We saw them down Dominicans and
Chopping each other.
hack each other to pieces.
That's
Man.
I said,
That's
off
sport.
with the
That's
head.
sport. Machete fighting.
You know.
In America, you
Oh,
know, they
man.
got full guards on. They got a little ball on the tip of the sword when they fence.
Yeah.
Them in motherfucking Dominican Republic, they fence with machetes. No gear.
No gear.
No safety. No safety.
They straight nigga gash on the head.
Hey,
Motherfucking clump that's your shield. Trying to nigga, what that's gonna do, nigga?
That's
the one video you sent me, Elder,
Yeah.
or them doing the
They
machete in the
going
street.
Dude lost his
Dude,
hand.
he went after the
Yeah.
fight, went and picked up his hand and picked it up and took it and carried it off so he can try to go get his shit.
Yeah, but I
sewn
don't
back
think he
up.
made it. They showed the one lost his hand. He bled out.
Yeah, of
They
course.
showed the after. There was a video about the
Yeah, don't-
aftermath,
Oh, I didn't
and
see
one of
that.
them was on the slab.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah,
That's
his
him.
hand was
Cut
cut
off.
off.
Bled out.
And picked up his hand and walked
And the other
off.
one was all fucked up too, with gashes all across his head. His scalp was all-
Hey, man, we good, bro. We good.
No, I just want to say something.
See?
I just want to say something because these brothers talking about the elder brothers was talking about the Dominicans, but that's proof of the scriptures of what shall fall sons of Jacob in the last days, because it's the scripture tell you in Genesis. It says Simeon and Levi are brethren, cursed be thy neighbor. And in Haiti they got that same machete, chop your ass up spirit, man. But that shows you
a cruelty.
He said, "That's go ahead."
There it is.
That's the rest of it.
God, what
And
is the
so
cruelty,
that
man?
proves the scriptures.
Yeah,
We know who we are.
yeah.
I
Con.
got that second.
But go ahead, bring up. You got
Oh,
one.
you got some.
Go ahead.
God, go ahead.
This Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us. Just going back earlier with all the Edomites, everything he's doing in the dark has been exposed.
Yeah, but he's doing it in the dark, not even understanding he's fulfilling prophecy in the process. Okay? So you doing this in the dark thinking you slick, but in actuality, you fulfilling the prophecy that we actually stand out on the corners pushing. Go ahead, out whatever.
Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And the signs are the prophecies, right? And when they come to pass, you know this is next. When that come to pass, you know that is next.
Yeah.
And the prophets are going to be the ones that point out the signs. So you ain't going to get this big, from up above. Right. You know how the prophets on the corners saying, see this, see that, see that.
Yeah.
Read this scripture, read this scripture, read this scripture. This is what the fuck y'all got going on. If y'all don't connect the dots, that ain't on me. I did what I was supposed to do.
That's it. Because it said that before they spring forth, all right, before the will of the Father spring forth, he tell you of his will. He tell you what's going to happen. How do he tell you what's going to happen? By way of the prophets.
That's right.
Yep. It says, verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people of the world.
Yes, uproars.
It's nonstop.
Uproars of the people.
It's nonstop, man.
And simultaneous.
And the crazy shit that's happening, man.
That's it.
And it making me think about a movie that I saw that all you brothers need to see it. It's on Netflix. It's called Nowhere.
Read.
All right. It's a dark ass movie, man.
We gotta watch our shit.
Can't nothing be worth the platform, so I have
this is on that level, man. Let me put it to. I'm gonna tell you one portion of it because you gotta hear it. So these illegal aliens or trying to get snuck, or they're on a damn cargo ship in the middle of a storm, and the sea, and I mean the storm, and they, no, brother, you ain't swimming in 80-foot waves.
No, I'm just talking.
Right?
And
you know with his big ass cargo ship with all these
containers full of shit,
containers, and the containers spill off in the water, and you inside one.
Oh
so
shit!
They fall. All right, and the lady that's in hers by herself.
Oh, I see that.
She's looking out the hole and listening, looking at the people, looking at the container and all the screaming as theirs is filling with water and they go sinking into the deep, man.
Damn.
She's looking at the horror of this shit when she's standing in water up to her damn down into her knees already.
With a newborn.
Man. Damn. And so, but then you gotta hear how she got there. How she even ended up in the container. So this is a dark ass time that we're entering into.
Yes. Right. Yes.
Because I ain't even told you the story what the fuck happened and how she got in the container.
But you know what?
She pregnant. She ain't had the baby. She had the baby in the story.
Right. But
so because she looking out the hole and in the distance after everything calmed down, she's trying to filter water out and open up the crates trying to survive. And then all of a sudden she see a storm in the distance.
Coming, damn.
So she panicking because remember it's fresh in her head. She just heard all them people screaming for their life stuck in the containers. It's filling up with water and going under.
No, baby.
But like I said, we're entering into a dark time, man.
But like I said,
all kind of shit happened.
But like I said,
Will slamming into it. Oh man.
But like I said, that's like that booklet. Like I said, that booklet that made me understand what I knew about Revelation 13 chapter and 16 verse. Made me teach Kanasa. That booklet was drawn in such a dark ass time, and we, like you said, we're coming into it, and it was like you said, motherfuckers are gonna be getting gunned down out here in the fucking streets, man.
Stab, gunned down, the whole world saw the chick get lassoed and poked.
I was just gonna bring it.
All right,
Breathe.
So you know that was some wild shit, man. That's gonna be.
I'm from the Wild Hunters. I ain't never seen nothing wild. You know. Wow.
Wild West. So I get this.
Go ahead.
Second Ezra 15 and chapter 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another.
Hey, and it's gonna be extremely bad because the scriptures say that you gotta imagine while this going on, sickness gonna be going on.
Motherfuckers gonna be eating on themselves.
You know, hey, the famine. The scriptures say 10,000 gonna fall at our right and 10,000 gonna fall at our left. But it shall not come nigh to you. Yeah, so that means you gonna walk past a football field. It's gonna be a lot of dead little motherfuckers, big motherfuckers.
Nasty ass smells, decomposing motherfuckers.
You're gonna be stepping over bodies like leaves falling off the tree.
You might see some of your family members. You know, some people that have wronged you, you might have to step over their body. You know what I mean?
Hey, you think a rat dying inside your walls gonna be a stench? Wait till you have to walk over all them bodies out there.
And they don't understand the dynamic is what's about to come. So these people don't really believe. They still want to live up
they want to trust in this. They want to trust in this.
They want to live up a life here when this is a fallen kingdom and this place about to be completely decimated. Man.
Yeah, well, they don't believe. They don't believe the Lord gonna ever even do anything.
He ain't got that. He ain't got. They want to believe the record that was written.
Right.
And that's what it comes down to. They don't acknowledge you want to believe in the scriptures, man. And I just saw a video where the guy was doing a breakdown. I might have even posted it, but the guy did the breakdown about how the news is giving false reports because they were saying McDonald's is got upscale clients now, and that Walmart has upscale clients. And what they're not telling you is that all those Macy's and all those big name brand, all those big merchandising stores that the elites go to, the rich is not going to Neiman Marcus and Macy's and shit like that. They're not going to Marshall Fields and stuff like that anymore. Right. The rich are actually going to Walmart to shop. And so they're trying to say that Walmart's got an upscale. No. So when rich people are not going to Neiman's Marcus, not going to TJ Maxx, exactly, Saks Fifth Avenue, they now going to Walmart because they can't afford to go to those places. Which means that the regular shoppers at Walmart, they can't even afford Walmart no more. The only thing they were buying from Walmart was their fucking corrupted ass food. And so they're not buying the things. And the same thing happened to McDonald's. McDonald's, is so expensive now. It's right up there with going to a mainstream restaurant.
That's right.
And it made the news because the poor people, they can't go there no more.
They show you that Demolition Man.
And it's hurting.
Taco Bell.
McDonald's are going on the left and right because people aren't shopping there. And then the ones in the particular neighborhoods, the wealthy are starting to go there now.
Hey, like Elder Malcolm said, they don't believe the record, but they know the scriptures say, well, some do not believe, shame unbelief. So that's not stopping the Lord for doing what He said He's gonna do, just because you don't want to believe it, man.
I got testimony. It's another store they go to. It's called Uniqlo. Uniqlo spelled UNIQLO. They sell like Japanese denim stuff. It's like on cheap level shit, like Primark and stuff like that. So I was walking in there, and Ishmael see me. Ishmael jumped. He was shocked to see me in there. Shit. And I told Ishmael, I said, "Yeah, I see your ass now, motherfucker." I said, "I know what you shop at now, motherfucker. You ain't shopping at Macy's no more and shit. He just taking back. I seen his ass and shit, man." So he saw it in his heathenistic Psalms 83 crew, man. They going down for sure.
Yeah, years ago, all these was scoffed at.
Oh yeah,
Esau was praising all these.
They know about noodles. Yeah. As a matter of fact, one of the old towns, man, that's the shit, man. I've been in that Aldi's, man. Really? That Aldi's in Old Town?
White women in there, boy.
The snow up in there.
Man,
I walked up in that damn Aldi's. I was like, damn, man, this is the upscale fucking Aldi's.
Yeah, you go to Aldi's
but they used to scoff Aldi's, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
95th Avenue, great Aldi's. Edomites all up in there.
Yeah,
and Mariano's right across.
They ain't in there.
Whole Foods, they're around like Whole Foods a lot. And we don't really be seeing Edomites shopping in there.
It be all Jake.
Edomites in their Aldi's. They be over there in Chicago Heights now, in Glenwood, at them Aldi's. They be deep up in there now.
My first time going to Aldi's in Old Town, it like the Edomites lady. She want me to see her and shit. She all shameful and shit. But yeah, motherfucker.
Good.
Go ahead and finish it, y'all.
So going back to this 2 Esdras 15 and 16, It says, "For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able
to.
For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread.
Go ahead.
Because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation."
This is what we come
There it
into.
is, man. So you know, we're patiently waiting for these things to happen.
That's
It's
it.
about to happen. And it's very well possible that all these things can begin this summer.
That's right.
Because
Yeah.
you know, the other countries are going digital left and right. So,
Yeah, Australia.
you know, now there was today there was a ship, a Chinese ship got hit over in the Red Sea, and they're trying to say that the Houthis did it. Why would the Houthis fuck with the Chinese?
Right.
So you know that's a small hat report.
Yeah.
So yeah,
The Warriors did it.
right. Exactly. brother.
Nowhere to run to, baby.
It's the internet. It's the internet. I was watching a video. You know, they had the bus, the campaign buses. It was a bunch of good old boys, Trumps. They had the Trump 2024 flags. It was like 4, trucks lifted, big lifts, and they was riding next to the Biden, like they wanted to run the motherfucker off the road. It was one on the front, 2 on the side, 1 on the back. And they was like boxing the Biden.
Catherine, right.
Yeah, so yeah, this thing gonna get violent.
They really, Esau really like.
What sword?
They
squared off.
Yeah.
Right. So with that, man, we're gonna give all praises, all honor, glory to
Yahweh, Shem Yahweh, Shah, Shem Kakwadash, Kwam Yasharala, Abba.
Brothers, I got an announcement to make.
What we got?